Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and we are working on ruining this Roadster again. So last video, we had this mess as you see here. What we're gonna do is work on doing a couple little things that we need to steal off of the four-cylinder, and also some stuff we need to take off that we won't be using any longer, mainly the exhaust that came on the car. We're gonna steal the trans mount, a couple other things, clean up a little bit of stuff. This thing's pretty clean already, so there's not a lot we have to do, and then try and slide the V8 in there and see how darn cool it's gonna look with a hopped up, dressed up Flatty in there. So let's get started. So I guess the exhaust is only held on with one mount.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
And I'll grab the other end here.
All right. Come on.
Battery doesn't sound happy.
No, it's about dead and it's tight. There we go.
Woo!
That's the end of it now. Now we got it.
So, can we go over the axle, or do you need to come?
It's got a pretty good bend in it here. I don't know if it'll go over yet. I think that, oh wait, there's a tail, it's the tailpipe separate here. It's loose now.
Oh.
I think we, yeah, probably wiggle right out. There we go. There we go.
Hooray! Shifter back there. Shiny car.
Yep.
Oh baby. Now, oh yeah, we lifted off the headers on this, I think.
Yeah, when I put it on the stand, it lifts pretty good like that.
Okay, cool.
Let's see that.
Oops, Jesus. Not bad.
Good like that, yeah. That's got
Right about there.
Yep.
Alright, that's good for now. We'll start going down and tilting. Probably going to need to go forward more. You want to stay back there? We just got to get down some first.
Right?
Alright, yep. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Just get this. Alright. You go down a little more. It's that. It's just that little. Oh, I can go down a bunch now.
Okay.
We cleared the sump.
We might have to pull these headers.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it might make our life easier.
I think that one's gonna have to come off.
Alright. Well, that's a problem.
I got this one inside the framer on this side, and that's really far.
It's close. We're not anywhere. It's going to go around. It's going to be way back here.
Mm-hmm.
So if we push it.
No, I'm outside the frame rail on this side, though.
I know, until you get around it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, you got to get around the steering box.
Yep.
Before we...
You know what? We might be able to. How close are you over there, like that? At that
over
angle?
the frame mount. Why?
All right, because I mean if we come down further, we might have a better angle at the steering box.
Okay.
You put it in a little like angled.
That's what I'm trying to. So go down a little bit.
Yep.
I think. Sorry. Hold on. We're sitting on something. I'm on the frame on this side.
Okay.
So go up.
Yep.
Please. Actually, yeah, go up. Go up. Yeah, we just need to lift off something else. If we were lifting off something else and had the headers off, this would slide right in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come back out. We're gonna fight this. It could go in 5 minutes if it wasn't. And the headers may fit, but they may be. All right, hold on. You're way too high. We have to get the cross member up.
A little bit more. A little bit more.
Right there.
That's good.
Yeah. We gotta figure out a different way to lift this thing.
Yeah.
They may fit. It's just that you have to put them on the car.
Yeah. I don't doubt that they will fit eventually. I just think putting. Yeah.
All right, grab that cart. And we'll...
Yep.
Just didn't feel like pulling the intake off is the problem. Fine. Oh, Steve's learning the hoist still, don't you?
Yeah. There's no sign that says up and down.
Want me to run the hoist?
I think I can handle it. I think. Maybe.
Hold on. Okay.
You coming?
Yep. Keep going. I got tons of room. I'm right there.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me go down a little. And we'll, come on. I'm gonna have to come over that way. Everything's catching here. I don't know what that wire is.
I don't know either. It comes out and goes back in.
It's terrible. Alright. Just watch the bottom there. I have to almost set it on the...
You got about 3 inches to
Okay, we can
the
go...
hoop. That's about it there.
Okay.
Gotta
All right,
go.
Ryan, if you want to push in a little bit. Right there. Stop. Okay, let me go down a little more.
The sump is clear of the frame.
Yep.
The cross member.
Just got to get past the tower now.
Got about a little over an inch from the hand to the eye hook for the eye.
All right, go ahead, Ryan. You can push in. Right there. Give me 1 second.
Yep. You're clear of the eye now. The
Okay.
round thingy. Or the, the thingy for the thingy.
I'm understanding. All right, we're gonna go forward a little more.
Are you
Right
clear?
there.
Yep.
Okay, let me go down a little more, and then we can get those engine mount bolts. I might have to line up the.
I believe, are on the steering box.
Well, we're on everything.
Okay.
I have to line this up. We're at the point where, with the way it's drooping, I gotta line the torque tube up.
Okay.
Because we can't set it down on the.
Yep. Do you want a floor jack?
Nope.
No? Okay.
This is the magic.
You're close. You're about, it only needs to go back about 1.5 inches.
Yeah, I just gotta seat it in there.
Yep.
Come on. There it went.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, got it.
It's got to go back about 1/2 inch, but we're in there.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm at the point now where
Yep.
If
I got it.
get-
I won't. It's not going to come back out now. I
Yeah,
got it.
so if I get these, where did you set those bolts you took off of
I
the?
got them on the sandbag.
Ryan, could you go on the sandbag there? There's two,
Yeah.
two
There's it.
nuts. And once I get,
A ratchet and 2 nuts sitting there.
All right. To hurry our asses up, we can have dueling roadsters for Pet's picnic.
Oh. Oh. oh.
Yours is a 5/8.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ooh, that is tight in there, man.
Yeah.
All right, so got the engine mounted in, and we rolled the car back over to the lift just so it was easier to work. And Steve's been working on buttoning up some of the different stuff on the engine and trans. So he cinched down all the torque tube and trans mount bolts, and that basically what we did is got everything in, and we got it to where we could get these front motor mount bolts in, but the engine was still just a little too far forward, so we were all the way at the back of the slots in those. So we got some bolts that were, I got the torque tube mount, the ball and socket just started, and then we got those bolts in, and then with those loose, Steve tightened the ones in the back, and it just slowly pulled everything back. So worked out pretty good. The next thing I got to tackle is we figured out when we were mounting the engine that it wasn't going to fit with the headers, and we knew it was going to be close. But this pipe here, these are old, I don't know how old they are, but they're a set of Reds headers. And unfortunately, in the 32, they don't quite fit. They're hitting, you can see I might not be able to see. I made a couple Sharpie marks there, so it just doesn't quite clear. So I'm going to have to probably cut into the headers and get a piece of mandrel bent tubing and just make a little kind of like loop-de-doo to go around rather than heating and smashing them, which would be the old school method. We're going to try not to do that. So I'm either cut it and add a little piece, or maybe cut it and move the pipe a little bit just so we get clearance, and then we can bolt it back up. It should be good to go. And then Steve's going to keep on working, hooking stuff up. We realized that this generator was sitting kind of funny, and that is because this early Edelbrock high-rise is actually, this slot in the front is meant for an early generator. So the slot is actually smaller, and the power gen is meant for like a 59AB style, which is wider, and it's sitting in there crooked. So we got to adjust that as well before we actually fire the engine for the first time. But getting close. Steve's gonna work on getting the fuel lines hooked up. The person that had this car before, they had this long, I don't know, 12 feet of soft line running from the gas tank to an electric pump to a filter, all the way to more soft line, all the way up to the engine. And they had left the hard line, the original style hard line that also has the gas filler line attached to it that comes up there. They had left that in the car with the fitting there, and I think we can just disconnect this long rubber line and reconnect that, and then we'll run a piece of soft line from the frame up to the firewall and over to the fuel pump, and it should work out pretty nice. But there was 2 sets of fuel lines on here, and I don't like running that much rubber hose in one shot, so we'll delete all that and a couple little things, and hopefully by the end of the day we can get this thing fired in the car and running with the gas tank. Fingers crossed. that closes.
Yep.
So, I guess we'll see what happens. Do we think the carbs have fuel in them?
Sure.
Or you were kind of open and shutting them?
Yeah, I mean, I was cranking them when I was working on the linkage there. If there was any fuel in them, it's in the engine now.
Great.
All right. Yep. There's ignition.
Okay. Let me, do I have any, maybe I'll put some spray in, see if it'll fire quick, just to,
Yep.
it'll pull the fuel much
Mm-hmm.
quicker.
Give her a mouthful.
Don't breathe that in. I heard that's not good. All right, go ahead.
All right. Contact.
Well, that got her. That's the problem. It's gonna just do that. May have to just crank it a bunch to get the fuel to pull.
Yeah, because that line's going to be completely empty.
Ugh. So I would leave the ignition off.
Yep.
Crank a little more because I'm gonna see if soon I'll be able to tell you if we got any fuel leaks
Okay.
at the carb side.
All right, you ready?
Yep. And still, it's getting, starting to get a squirt.
Woohoo!
So we're getting, I might actually start the car this time.
All right,
So,
so I'm going with ignition then. Ready?
Yep. Sorry. Did you turn it off?
No.
Oh, all right.
It shut itself down.
All right, I had the choke off, so it must have. All right. Woo! Success.
Hell yeah!
Only thing I'm seeing is, I don't know if the floats are sticking or that we need to tighten the tops down.
Is it? Okay, is it coming out at
It's seeping
Around
around
the
the
top?
seals, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we can work on that. That's good. All right, so we got the thing to run, pretty sweet. So got the engine installed. I did some modifications to the headers to get them to clear around the steering box. Not super happy with how we had to do that, but for now, it's to keep moving forward with the car, it's totally fine. And we might lose 1.5 horsepower, don't care. But most importantly, the thing started pretty easily. We knew that the engine would start fairly easily, but being able to get fuel to pull from the gas tank and not having any major fuel leaks is pretty epic, because there's always some sort of leak we normally expect, and just tightening up some different odds and ends. But now that we got this in, as I mentioned, I think maybe in the first video, I'm not sure, but we are waiting on a radiator still. So what we're gonna work on in the meantime is I'm gonna work on getting an exhaust built for this. Done, how many exhausts already this year, but I'm gonna do another exhaust. Steve's, same idea. Steve's gonna do another bit of wiring. So we'll probably work on getting a little fuse box in this with some glass fuses that'll look correct or old, and then get some wiring just for the engine specifically. Put some sort of little better vintage coolant temperature gauge, maybe an oil pressure gauge. So we might hang something under the dash for now, so that we know what's going on with the engine. But we're gonna work on getting that stuff so we can at least get the thing moving under its own power with the V8. But pretty crazy that in basically 2 days, we went from a stock Model B setup to a hopped up Flathead V8 that is starting and running in the car. Very exciting. So that's our little update on what we're calling the ruined Roadster. Let us know what you think of the new engine choice in the Roadster down below. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.